Hi, my name is Michael Gilmore and I'm one of the founders of ParkLogic.com, and I just want to say thank you very much to all those people who've been liking the videos and sending me emails and all that sort of stuff. And there's one particular email that caught my attention, which I think many of us are asking the questions about. And this particular email was regarding what's happening with the top level domains and whether it's going to increase traffic, decrease traffic. What's the impact it's going to actually have on us as domain name holders in the market right now? And I thought it was a very interesting question, and it caused me to think, okay, so what is going to happen with all of this influx of new top level domains and things like that? What is going to happen to those people who are holding all those .coms or .com.aus or .co.uks or DEs and that sort of thing? And what I've come to the conclusion of is a number of things. The first one is this: I actually think it's good for the industry. And the reason why is this: there's a huge influx of capital coming into the domain name market, and it's driven by an awareness in the trade market particularly, who have suddenly become aware that domains are an important thing, and they're actually becoming critical to their business. And so there's a lot more of awareness in the marketplace. And so what's occurring then is that there's an increased level of online advertising dollars coming into the marketplace once again, which can only be good for the likes of you and I, who have domains already with traffic. And if there's more of a demand for that traffic, the price should go up for it. And that's one thing I am looking forward to. And we're beginning to see that. And I think particularly I'm going to be paying attention as we come out of this summer period in the Northern Hemisphere, and people begin to sit down at their computers once again, get back to work, surf the net, and do all the things they need to do. Yeah, so I think we're going to have an influx of revenue into our industry. I don't know how much that will be as yet. The second thing is this: I actually think ultimately there'll be a detrimental impact on the incumbent domain name owners. Why? There's a greater supply. In other words, in terms of the sale value domains, I should say, there's a greater supply. So why do I have to go along and buy that particular .com domain when I can buy another domain with a different extension? Yeah, so a lot of people aren't going to like that. They'll say .com will reign supreme and everything. I think .com will reign supreme for many years to come, but I think ultimately it will impact the prices of domains. And you can see this already, I think, beginning to happen as the sales values, I think, should be going through the roof at this point in time, but they're really not. There's a few good sales obviously happening, but they're really not scaling as much as we would like. I think we have some indications of this in the co-UK market, where there's some depressed prices, and maybe it's because of people who would normally acquire domains are sort of just doing a wait and see scenario. And gee, I'm not sure about this with all the movements in the top level domains, so it's created an air of uncertainty. Yeah, so on the PPC side, I think with the greater demand for domains, as I said to you before, is that there'll be a greater amount of advertising dollars, there'll be a higher amount coming to us, but in the long term, I think it'll be depressed because should be more traffic coming in as well as people begin to get used to the other types of extensions and so forth like that, and also as more people around the world come online as well. So it'd be interesting. I did a graph a number of years ago. The thing I did a graph of was the amount of money coming in through online advertising and the number of people that were actually online at that point in time in the world. And it was across a 15-year period. And the thing I was always looking for was a tipping point. And what I mean by this is that for quite some time, the value of an online user for an advertiser was going up. Then it tipped over about 3 years ago, so it went down. And then it swung around again and started going up again. Be interested to see whether that continues on, or if it tips right over, we get a sort of double dip type situation and tips over. What it means is this: your traffic is not worth as much as it was before. And that's a graph I pay attention to. So I'm waiting on those stats coming out across the next 6 months or so to see what happens. But TLDs are an interesting thing. I think they're a tremendous opportunity as well. There's a lot of opportunities, but it's an opportunity of a different sort. It's an opportunity for domain owners who have not, or people who want to become domain owners, who have not been in the industry before, to be able to secure some good assets and hopefully begin to promote and build real businesses on them. I look at companies like Donuts, and that's with Paul Stahura and his team there, and they're doing some really interesting things, and they're just talking to them, they're full of just great ideas, and the problem they have, I think, is too many ideas and too little time and too little people to do them. So they're looking for people to partner with, to work with, to be able to take their domains they've applied for. They applied for like 100 and something, I think, extensions. I can't remember exactly the number now, but they applied for lots. So they're looking for people to work with, and you could be that person. And that's the thing I think it gets exciting, is what can be done with a domain name is only limited by your imagination. One of the things that we're very wanting to move into is really, okay, now you've got all these domain names, like you need to manage them. And ParkLogic has built the ideal platform for managing top-level domain names, from a trademark owner's perspective to just a normal domain owner's perspective. So anyway, just a few thoughts on top-level domain names. Feel free to ask lots of questions. Feel free to disagree with me. And you know what? In a few months' time, I'll probably change my mind as well. But anyway, it's really been good talking with you and sharing with you once again. Keep those likes coming in and those email questions. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm not an expert in every field of domain names. As you know, it's just so broad in nature. But I look forward to talking to you. See you later then. Bye.